G'day guys, welcome back. Welcome to Pouring Your Heart Out. Now, another Larimar day. I hope you guys aren't getting too sick of it. I'm seeing a lot more people trying this effect now, so hopefully you can still gain some information from these videos that I'm doing. Now, this is sort of my favorite to date. Love, love, love the effect. And my Larimar effect is going right up into the center there. So I'm getting 2 rows, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You can see that's the darker color there. So anyway, I tried it again and I wanted to do some greens and I did this one, but I didn't video it. It's always the way, isn't it? When you do something and it's amazing and you didn't video it. So I'm going to try that again today. I probably won't have the dark quite so dark. Don't know. It makes a nice difference, I guess, rather than everything being the same color. So I'm sort of in two minds about whether I like it that dark in the middle. But like I said, if you don't have it dark in the middle, then it's just all the one color. So anyway, we're going to go for a green effect today. And I am using my Platinum Ultra Clear. I can actually demold these in 5 hours. The tips, you know, the very thin little tips around the edges there, these little guys, they're still a bit thin because they're still a bit soft because it's so thin, but the rest of it is set beautifully. So yeah, I can unmold it within 5 hours, which is amazing because I hate waiting. I hate waiting. All right, so and I have been putting my own spin on resincourses.com Larimar recipe because they're overseas and I can't get the same products that they've used anyway. So I'm sort of doing my own and my own spin on it as well because that's what I like to do. I don't like to copy. So I've got three little cups. Most is white, least is dark, and then the light is just the middle, like the three bears, and I'm Goldilocks. Okay, so anyway, into my white, I'm putting Cast and Craft. And with those two, I added more white. So I'm going to go 8. 1. Now make sure you do 1 drop. It's not like a drop and then a whole train following it because that's going to be more than 1 drop. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't want to squeeze too hard because I don't want a huge blob coming out. I've seen some people and they go, you know, they count 4 drops and there's like this whole train of paste coming out behind it. And I'm thinking, that's not 4, lovely. That's probably 12. But, you know, what can you do? Just be careful when you're squeezing your little bottle there. Oh, gosh, am I getting it all over myself? No. So it's still transparent. I've been experimenting with, you know, using less drops, using more drops. Look, they all work. They do. They all work for me anyway. As long as you've got your light and your dark ratios good, not too dark or not too light, it seems to all work. And it seems to work whether you do a puddle or whether you do rings or double puddles. It's, yeah, I think once you got your ratios right, it seems to work really well. So it's still, you can see the stick through the white. It's still really transparent. Skim milk. Okay, so that's the white. Now I'm using the acrylic inks by Holbein. They work really well too. The only issue is with the black, it's got quite a big hole, so I get more black than I want. So I've put it into my little needle nose. Oh, needle nozzle. Can't talk this morning, so hopefully I won't get too much out. So let's just start. I always like to add a drop of black because you want it a dark color, and you know this is only going to get that dark, so it's not going to get any darker than what it is. So I like to add a little drop of black. So we'll see how this goes. 1. There we go. Oh, that was easy. When I've used my other one, oh no, I can't put that back on with the gloves on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, when I've used the this one, it's such a big drop comes out, and yeah, it's a bit much. So I mean, I can always add another drop if I want to. Make sure you put your finger on the top of these when you shake them. All right, so I do want green, but that one that I showed you before had a blue center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 blues. So that is aquamarine blue, and this is phthalo green. Like, I've had these for years. I bought these when I was doing my acrylic pouring. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I usually need like probably 10-ish drops. So yeah, going for more of a green than a blue. This one, oh, I won't pick it up again. This one was a blue center. Had no green in it, but today I'm mixing these two together. So that's, to me, that's not dark enough. What am I up to? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's see how that goes. But look, it's going to be different. You know, if you're using like a really concentrated pigment, you're not going to put 12 drops in. So this is what I'm saying. You have to just experiment. You can't just copy what someone else is doing, and if they've done 12 drops, you do 12 drops, because it's going to be different depending on what brand you're using. Okie dokes. Hopefully guys understand that. As you can see, it's still really quite transparent, but it looks really dark in the cup. So I think I'll leave it like that. Hey, we'll leave it like that and just see, because I think my last one was a bit dark. Now with the other one, with the green, the light, I want to add a bit of yellow. 1, 2 of the green. What have we got here? Hansa yellow. There's a little ball in there, you know, to help shake it up, but sometimes when you're tipping, the ball gets stuck in the nozzle, in the neck. 1, 2, 3. So I want to try and make it like a more of a limey kind of a green, because I've already got that really dark green there. Just going to write this down. 12, 3, 2. What did I do? How many I did of the green? I'll have to look back. This is why I do my videos, so I can look back. Okay, I think maybe... Sometimes you sort of look at the colour and you think, oh gosh, does it need a bit darker? Does it need a bit darker? So there's my kind of bluey, greeny, tealy colour, which I think is really pretty. Yeah, let's leave it. Let's leave it. All right. And I've got a tiny little bit of clear resin in there, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to add some glitter to that later on. All right, let's do this. Now, into the mould goes my white, all the white. Scrape that in. Now this is my chunky live edge coaster mold, and it holds about 160 grams. So I mixed up 112 grams of part A, 48 grams of part B, and that gave me 160. So it's quite a deep mold. I'm just trying to get the white to go over all the sides, because I do like my little white tips. You can just squeeze your mold, you know, to get the resin where it wants to go. You know, also, you know how when you're doing this, you get little bubbles stuck to the surface of the mold? I'm just wondering if this will help. If it'll help. I don't know. Give it a quick torch. All right, so that's my white done. Now, into the middle is going to go my dark. Now, don't pour it from up high or really slow. Just tip it and go whoosh, okay? Just go like that, and that'll really push that white out, which is what you want. So just dump it in, okay? Dump it all in. Well, anyway, that's what's been working for me. But, you know, you try, do your own thing, your own thing. That's what's working for me, and I'm sticking to it. All right, bubbles again. Just in the middle, not near my mold. All right, now the lighter one as well, we're just gonna dump, pour and dump, try and get into the middle, pour and dump. There we go. You can see how it's pushing all those other colors to the sides, which is what you want. The white is heavier, so it has like a reaction with the other colors. So So yeah. So like I said, this resin takes about 5 hours to set up to be able to unmold. It keeps moving for about probably 45 minutes to an hour. It'll keep moving and changing. So just keep an eye on it. Come back and torch a few times, every 5 minutes, just a few times. Once it stops moving, I'll put the glitter in, because the resin starts to thicken up as well, and the glitter kind of stays where you want it rather than it just flying around everywhere. So the other thing I want to do is, oops, I just want to pull the resin. I'm just going to use my little stick here. Just going to pull that resin into the edges. Make sure that your bench top's really level when you're doing these, as with any resin really. Make sure your bench top is level. Probably could have put a little bit more resin in. Actually, we're not totally up to the top. Go away, bubble. I'll torch you in a minute. Your days are numbered, bubble. I'll torch you in a minute. Now, because this is a handmade mold, you know, they're not totally perfect. If there's a little bit of silicone that's sticking up and you think, oh, I just want to get rid of that, just cut it off. That's fine. Not a problem. Just going to wipe my little nippers there, my little nippers. Just got them from Amazon. Clean that off. Yeah. So if there's a little bit of silicone, you know, if you haven't filled up your mold totally and you want the resin to go over a little bit further, just trim it off. That's fine. If you filled it up all the way to the top, you know, that little bit that I just trimmed off would be underwater, so to speak. All right, so that's it. I'll do another little torch. I'll put you on a time lapse, and I will come back to you in about 45 minutes when it's time to add the glitter. Wasn't that amazing to watch? Oh, now that went for almost an hour. I was busy doing something else, so I thought I'll just let it go. And we should probably just check to make sure that the middle's still soft. Yes, it is. Oh gosh. All right, now let's add a little bit of this iridescent paper. I know it looks kind of blue in there, but it picks up the colors of other things around it. This one's called Aqua Ice. It's by Res Expressions. And I don't want a lot. I mean, it's not a huge coaster, and you don't want like a big blob like that in the middle. So just a little bit. Put my lid back on. Okay. So my resin is nice and thick now. See, it's kind of staying in its little clump there. So make a little ball, and then hopefully I can drop that straight into the middle, like so. And then I'm just going to kind of poke it down a little bit, just gently. You can see that the resin's kind of getting all kind of sticky now. Hopefully that will be enough. That's pretty much it. Give it a little torch. I don't think, it's hard to know if it's down there or not. Yeah, I can't tell. All right, because it's green in the middle, dark green. It's funny how the center stays green when the light color was on last. You'd think that the light would be in the middle, but it kind of swaps. Anyway, what's the time now? It's 9:45 in the morning. So I'll give it probably 6 hours, and then we can unmold it and see how it's turned out. Really keen to see how it is. Little tiny blue bits on the edges there, that teal blue that I did. Oh, so exciting. Keep torching. The little bits of glitter are throwing up bubbles. All right, I'll see you in about 6 hours. How cool was that, hey? Love seeing the time lapse. All right, let's have a little look and see if this has worked. Hopefully it has. It's always the way when I do something and I don't video it that it turns out amazing, and then I try and recreate it and it doesn't always work, but oh well, let's see. All right, here we go. Yes, I know, I did my nails in the meantime. They were looking a bit manky. All right, here we go. Yes, it's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Still got quite a big dark area in the middle, but look at my lacing. I've been trying to get the lacing to go further in, and it just didn't work. But now that I'm doing my new recipe with just the 3 different cups, it's doing it every single time. Now, where's the other one? Let me compare it. It's very similar, in fact. This is the one where I put, you know, the yellow in the green. And if you look really carefully, you can see that it's not as cloudy. This one's kind of a little bit more milky cloudy over the top. See, if you look over here, can you see how it's kind of cloudy like that? It's got like a milky covering over the top. Whereas if you look at this one, not so much. Can you see the difference? I'll put them side by side. You look at those there in the center there. So this one, not so cloudy. This one is more cloudy. And this one's because it's got, the colors are too dark. So that's why you get that kind of milky look. But you still need your colors dark. And again, I like the contrast between the light and the dark. I don't think it'd look as nice if it was just all one color. So anyway, and my middle stayed in the middle, so yay. So there they are, my 2 green Larimars. Which do you prefer? Hope you can see what I'm talking about the cloudiness over the top of that one. And this one's much more clear. Let's just put this, move you out of the way. We'll just put this over here. I'll look at, with the light on it as usual. I'll just pick it up. Okay, here we go. And there it is. I said, here we go. My dogs, I tell you, they listen to every little word, don't they? Every word. And if I say something where, you know, they think they're going somewhere or I'm going somewhere, then it's barking and carrying on. Now see the iridescent paper there in the center? See how it's picking up the green instead of, because it's actually the light blue that it was, but it's actually picking up green. It's got green around it. So anyway, there we go. Hopefully you've enjoyed this little video. I'll walk up here away from the light and you can see that it's a different color again. See, it's a dark green there. See that? Oh, it's a bit of a shadow there from the camera, but see, it's a darker green there. So you get different, it almost looks black in the middle, doesn't it? Might have put too much dark in. Anyway, and then you come this way. Oh my gosh, my dogs. All right, I'll say goodbye. Sorry, dogs. It's probably my husband's outside with them. All right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all again real soon for the next video. Let me know if you're enjoying these and any other color schemes you want to see. Okay, take care, guys. Bye for now.